Hi guys, welcome back to SBD channel. I'll be doing a tutorial on how to achieve your bustier. So let's start from our shoulder. My shoulder measurement is 16.5. So I'll be dividing my shoulder measurement by 2. 16.5. I'll just divide like this. Then you measure. This is my center front. I'm using this as the center front. So divided by 2. 16.5 divided by 2. So after measuring your shoulder, you come down from your borderline. This line here is called borderline. You measure 1 inch from your shoulder, just like this. That will serve as your shoulder slope. Then you connect just like this. This is called shoulder slope. There's formula for chest line. Formula for chest line is your bust measurement divided by 6 plus 1.5. So I've divided my bust measurement by 6. Then I added 1.5. So I have 8.3. So you'll be starting from your borderline just like this, 8.3. Then you give it a straight roll like this. You come from your borderline to your nipple point. My nipple point is 10. Nipple point is also known as bust point. So you measure from your borderline to your nipple point, which is 10 inches, just like this. Then you come from your borderline to your under bust, your shoulder to under bust. Then you measure from your borderline to your half length. I have 18.5 for my half length. Then I will connect using my ruler to make a straight road, just like this. And from your shoulder line or your borderline to your blouse length, I'll be using 23.5 for my blouse length. To be my M line. So this is our shoulder slope. This is our chest line, nipple points, under bust, half length, and blouse length. So after drafting out our basic lines, I'll come to the borderline. I'll give it a straight rule, just like this. I'll give it a straight rule, just like this. Then I will measure my bust span measurements. I'll be using my bust span measurement divided by 4. So I have 10.25 for my bust span divided by 4. This is it here. So after this, after marking your bust point, you come to the shoulder line. From the shoulder line, you measure from the shoulder line to the chest line. You divide it by 2. You divide it by 2, just like this. Then you mark like this. After marking like this, you come in by half inch. Then you connect using your curve rule, just like this. You connect using your curve rule, just like this. You can adjust your curve rule if it's not getting to the shoulder point easily. Can you see? So this is what you should have for your arm. So after getting your arm point, we'll come to this part, to the center front. We'll measure your nipple to nipple divided by 2. Your nipple to nipple measurement divided by 2. 0.75. You measure from your nipple point. To get your bustier, you measure from your center front to your nipple to nipple. So just like this, from the nipple point, then you come to the under bust, you come to the half length, just like this. Then you give it a straight rule. To determine your bustier, you come to your half length, you measure 1.5 inch 1.5 inch from the nipple point to the side front. Then you come to the center front, you come in by 1 inch, just like this, depending on how busty the client is. But for this person, the person is not too busty, it is a moderate bust. So I'm using 2.5 inches in total. Can you see? 2.5 inches in total. So after marking from this from this half length, you give it a straight rule to your connecting to your under bust, just like this. You stop at your under bust. You stop at your under bust, just like this. This will serve as the that part. So here, this is where we will be working on for our bustier. Come down by 1 inch from your nipple points. Come down by 1 inch, just like this. Then you use your covering to connect from this under bust here. From the line here, you connect just like this. This is for the side front. Then you come to the center front also. You connect just like this. So to determine your chest line, if you are working on a tube bustier, so you have to measure from your shoulder to where you want your neckline to be, depending on client wants cleavage to reveal. So I'll be using normally neckline should be around 7 inches or 7.5. That will be a close neckline. It won't be showing any cleavage. So I'll be using 7.5. This is 7.5 here. I'll be using 7.5 for my new neckline to serve as my new neckline. So I'll just connect just like this. Because then you connect the straight line from this part, you connect just like this, give it a straight through like this. So you come to the center, the nipple point, you come to the nipple point, you take out your darts also here, but we won't be taking the same darts we took here, we'll be taking different darts from this neckline. So I can come in by half and quarter of an inch, quarter and half and quarter of an inch, just like this. You see, this is half and quarter of an inch. Then to the center, to the side front, I'll come in by 1 inch. This is 1 inch, this is half and quarter. In total, I have 1.5, 1.75. Then you connect like this. When you are placing your cover, when you are placing your cover, you should place from this 1.1 inch that you took from your nipple point downward. You place it like this. You place it like this. Can you see? So this will be for our tube bustier. So after drafting the bustier out, you come here to take your body measurement. So after drafting the bustier out, you take your body measurement. Remember, I measure my bust span measurement already, which is 10.5. My bust span measurement already. So the dart I took here, I'll measure it. Then I'll be replacing whatever I have here. I'll replace it to the side, just like this. I'll replace it. Then you come to this point, to the underboss. You take your underboss measurement. I have underboss measurement divided by 4. That's what you'll be using here. I have 8.3, 8.3. So you take 8.3 for your underboss. Then you measure what you have here. I have 2.5 as my dart. I'll be replacing the 2.5 to the side, just like this. I'll be replacing the 2.5 to the side. Then you come to your half length, which is also known as waistline. My waist measurement divided by 4, I have 9.3. So I'll measure 9.3, then I'll mark. I'll replace my dart also, 2.5 for the dart. I'll be replacing it just like this. You see, this is the initial body measurement, waist measurement. The 2.5 I took for the that's what I added back. So for the hip line, for the blouse line, for the M line, we'll be using our hip measurement. My hip measurement divided by 4 is what I'll be using here. Hip measurement divided by 4, I have 11.3, 11.3, which is 11.3. Then I will be adding my that measurement also back to the measurement. So this is what I have. Then if you are working for a blouse, depending on how the blouse M line, depending on the M line you want for the blouse, if you want a chronic effect for the blouse, you can just create a chronic effect. Chronic effect means the effect that the blouse that usually come curvy like this, like the one that comes curvy from the half length, just like this. But I'll be using normal blouse length, blouse measurement. So measure. So I will go ahead and mark my lines, connect my lines just like this, connect. So for this part, I'll be using my cover to connect. This is what I have for the tube bustier. So if you want a yoke for your blouse, let's take out a yoke now. Depending on the blouse, this one I draft out. This bustier that I draft out from this part to this part, it is for tube bustier. But for a yoke bustier, we have to start working on it here. So you come to this point, you take your neckline. I'll be using 2.3, 2.8 for my neck width. Then I'll come down depending on how low you want your neck to be. So I'll be using 3 inches, just like this. Then I'll give it a curve using my curve rule. Curve it like this. I'll curve it like this. So this will be my, oh, it's not curve well. I'll curve it like that. So to determine the yoke, I'll be marking 7 inches from my shoulder slope, just like this. This is 7 inches. Then I'll connect with my curve rule to the armhole. Depending on the shape you want to have, depending on the shape you want for your yoke. So if you want a straight line yoke, if you want a straight line, you can just go ahead and make it straight, just like this. Just make it straight, just like this. You connect just like this. But this kind of bustier that has a straight yoke is not that common. We usually have the one that have a sweetheart neckline. So if you want the sweetheart neckline, you come from where your new neckline, your yoke line starting from. You come down probably by 1 inch or half and quarter of an inch, depending on how deep you want the sweetheart neckline to be. So I'll be using, let me use 1 inch, just like this. I'll be using 1 inch. Then I'll be connecting like this to give it a, so this is the sweetheart shape to be like this. Then for us to get to this point, to the armhole point, we have to use our cover to connect from this point to the armhole point, just like this. So this is what we have. So don't forget to label your pattern. This will serve as our side front, and this is the center front, CFSF. So now we can cut it out. Yoke. This is yoke, the one that always be at the front, the upper part. This is the yoke. Now let's continue with our cutting. So we are cutting just like this. For the hemline, you can decide to give it any shape of your choice. And give it a shape like this, depending on how you want your hemline to be. And give it any shape of your choice. Maybe the position you want to adjust. Must be between the anything like this. So this is the center front. Remember, for you not to be confused, this is cutting. I cut this without folding. So it is, if you want to cut, you can cut folding. But if you want to place it on your fabric, you have to fold the fabric before cutting. This is, the cutout is without folding, sha. This is the yoke part, the center front, side front. You place it, sorry, I'm showing this. If you want to cut your fabric, this is the way you'll be placing the center front. You see, I didn't fold this pattern. So if you want to cut your own fabric, you have to fold your fabric. You have to fold it. The center front, you fold it like this. You fold it and you place your pattern paper. You make your center from this side to be very close to the center, just like this. No space here at all. You won't be giving any space. Can you just see how it is? You won't be giving any space out. But you see, for this side, you'll be leaving half inch, just like this. For sewing allowance, half inch, just like this. You give it half inch. You leave half inch for the sewing allowance. Then if you are placing the center, the side front also, you'll be folding the fabric before cutting it out. Then you will be giving half inch also for sewing allowance. If you want to cut the side front, you place your pattern on the fabric, then you give it half inch. You add half inch all the way around from the upper part to the down part. You give it half inch. Then you see, for the side of your pattern, if you want to add, probably you want to add two allowance as your sewing allowance, that will be inside of your fabric of your dress. So you'll be adding the sewing allowance to your fabric. The sewing allowance is not added to this pattern. So probably, let me say, I'm using 2 inches for my allowance, for my sewing allowance. So you add your 2 inches allowance, then you chalk 2 inches, you chalk, you mark again 2 inches all the way around. Then you cut out your fabric like this. So you won't be cutting out the exact measurement. If you cut out the exact pattern measurement, no seam allowance added. No seam allowance added. You'll be adding your seam allowance on your fabric. No seam allowance on the pattern paper. No seam allowance.